Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vivek Chand. I am the Executive Pastry Chef from La Meridian Hotel, New Delhi. Today, I am on this beautiful platform, which is IHE in collaboration with ICF, Indian Culinary Forum. I'll be making blueberry entremet tort, which is a French dessert. In French, blueberry is called myrtle, but I'm using the word blueberry, which is very much common. So, moving on to the stuff what I will be doing. So, I will have some components with that. So, first will be the pâte sablé. Then secondly, we'll be having the vanilla crème. Then third, we'll be having the chocolate ganache. Fourth will be the blueberry mousseline. So, I will start with the pâte sablé. So, here I will show you the ingredients for pâte sablé. So, we have refined flour, we got icing sugar, we got the butter, we got egg yolks, we also have eggs whole and a pinch of salt. So, let's start. For this, you just need a bowl. So, first I will just strain up the flour. Then you just need to have icing sugar. With the help of the spoon, we'll have the butter in. And you'll have to make like a short crust pastry. You rub your butter with flour, sugar, mix it smoothly. So, once you are rubbing, you will get a sandy texture, how we used to do in olden schools, your short crust pastry. As you can see, some crumbs are forming, and slowly your dough will be getting binding. Add on the egg yolk, again with the help of the spoon, and you are about to bind your dough. And you can see your dough is nearly ready, and you can remove your gloves as it has a lot of additional stuff. Then you can just dust your flour. The dough is here. So, once the pâte sablé dough is refrigerated overnight or like good 3 to 4 hours, now our next job will be, we just need to roll it. So, for that, we will take sheets of butter paper and then we will sheet. You'll have to do it even, make sure that the sheet is done evenly, otherwise your tart should be thick from one end and thinner from the other end. Once this is sheet, then you'll again have to leave in the fridge for like half an hour, so that it is set and it's easy to sheet and your strips can come out nicely. So, as this is nearly sheet, you'll have to do it somewhere like 2 mm. You can just have a look with the help of your ruler. And since next part of my job has to leave it in the fridge, I have already one which is been in the fridge for a while. So, this we will leave in the fridge for nearly, as I said, half an hour. And then we will get the new sheets. You can see this sheet is done. So, here now our next part of the job will be, you have to just sheet thin lines, and on the other hand you take these rings, you cut, so with the help of the spatula you can remove them and you can just do these. So, as I said, we will make some more lines and these we have to just adjust. So like, since we don't have much time, these again has to be rest for a while. I have already done tarts, which I will be getting in a minute. So here you can see these tarts are done, and then we'll just prick. We do prick so that these dough doesn't rise and it has an even surface. And after this, we will just have to bake them. So you can cook them at 170 degrees for near about 12 to 15 minutes, and you will get a nice dough. So here I have the tray, oven tray. Take it nicely, and we'll just wait for some of the time to them baked. And once these are baked, we will be coming up to our next step, which will be making the chocolate ganache. And once the chocolate ganache is done, we'll be filling up the tarts. So now my tarts are nearly ready. Oh, actually they are ready. So these are the tarts which are ready. And what I've just done, I've just coated them with some of white chocolate so that they should not get moistened. And after this, I will be just doing my chocolate ganache. And once the chocolate ganache is done, we'll be just filling them up. Okay, once we have tarts are done, so now as I said, we'll be in the next step, we'll be making the ganache. So now we are making ganache. For ganache, we have double cream, which I will just pour in the pan. You also have invert sugar, which is tremoline. So we'll just wait to boil the double cream. And we have chocolate, which will be immersed later once the cream is boiled. And then in the end, we'll have to incorporate the butter, which gives the richness and smoothness. So cream is coming to boil slowly, slowly. People do make ganaches, they just boil up the double cream and they just add on chocolate, which is a very basic method. My way of making is totally different. The reason is, like as I mentioned, that it gives a richness and smoothness once you blend the butter, because it gives you more taste and it enriches your flavor. Yeah, cream is coming to boil. Yeah, it's enough boiled. Switch off your pan. And once your cream is done, you can just move it here. And you can just drain your chocolate, infuse it for a few minutes, and you can just be in one circle so that the chocolate is blend well. And yes, chocolate is mixed properly. Okay, our next step will be incorporating the butter in the ganache. So you have your butter. What you will do is you add a little bit of butter, and then with the help of the blender, you can just mix your butter in. Do it slowly, slowly. What happens if you do at one time, then your ganache can split. It does take more time, but as we say, twice or nice. And that's all. So you can see your ganache. It should be blended well. It should be incorporated well. So you can see it's quite smooth. There are no lumps. It's not even split. That's all. Our next step will be pouring it in a piping bag. And then just make a very small hole. And pour in your tart. Just pat a little bit, not too much, so that the ganache set well. So once the ganache is there, so we just pat a little bit, so that the ganache goes evenly inside the tart. And here you complete your second step. We will leave in the refrigerator for 4 hours. Moving to our next segment, which will be the vanilla crème. For vanilla crème, we need double cream, we need sugar, we need egg yolks, we need whole eggs, we need butter, and of course vanilla. I am using Tahiti vanilla, which is French, and yes, gelatin leaves. So for this, what we will do is, we will have double cream over a double boiler. Then we will add in sugar, add in eggs, egg yolks, we need vanilla bean. Okay, so now we will scrape the vanilla beans, get the maximum as you can. Just add in here, and now you will whisk. Whisk in. So now you will have to thicken it up. So the consistency I will just show you, because it is a good procedure. I will not let you wait. I have the consistency which I have already made to where we have to. So once we have reached to this consistency, next we will mix the gelatin leaves. So you soak your gelatin leaves in water. Once they are bloomed, then we will be adding to the mix. Yeah, they are getting softer. Just add into the mix slowly, slowly. So your gelatin is mixed. So now you will cool it down. We'll get it to the lukewarm consistency temperature, and then incorporating the butter. Nearly coming to the end of incorporating the butter. So once it is incorporated, The consistency is like this. Make sure it is not curdle. So now next we will be just putting this in the piping bag, and then we will pipe into our molds and will freeze it. Okay, next we are just going to pour in the piping bag. Once the piping bag is full, just scrap it till the end, and then again cut from the bottom. Okay, now we are going to put this in this kind of mold. You can use any other mold as well. We just have to insert this in the muslin. Nice and creamy. I'll just do 6 because I don't need much. Pat a little bit. Once this is filled up, this will be living in the fridge, apparently in the freezer, for like good 4 hours. Once these are done, this will be inserted in the mousse. Okay, next we have our last component, which is the blueberry muslin. So for that I need milk, I need butter, blueberry puree, egg yolks, sugar and gelatin leaves. So for this we start the procedure. On the stove we just add milk, add in butter, over the heat we will mix it up. While it's boiling, in the meantime we'll have our egg yolks, and sugar in. Mix the two to make a sabayon. Make sure you mix well. The sugar should be mixed well in the egg yolks. That's it. Don't over mix it, otherwise you'll have froth, unnecessarily froth. Butter is getting melted. Milk is coming to boil, and once the milk starts boiling, switch off your stove, pour in this yolks, and you have to just drop it in back. Switch on your stove on a slow flame, and you'll have to thicken, because the egg is going to coagulate and it will thicken your cream. You can see now it's enough thickened, so I'll switch off, remove it from heat. Now our next step will be, you'll have to soak your gelatin leaves. So again, you'll have to wait for a while till the time these gelatin leaves are bloomed. Drain your excessive water, because it does affect your recipe. Now squeeze out all the water, pour it into your pan, mix it in. Since your mixture is hot, it will be mixed properly. Our next step will be to incorporate the puree. So you will pour in your puree into your mix with the help of your spatula. And then we will blend it. This is the consistency. What we will do is next, pour it into your bowl. And then we will have to cool it down over the ice bath. So once this is been over the ice bath, it gets thickened. You can see the consistency. Once it's cooled down, we'll add the whipped cream. Now in pastry and bakery, we work with the principle hot to hot and cold to cold. Otherwise, especially with the cream, you will lose the volume. You have aerated cream which has got the volume, and if you mix it with the hot stuff, trust me, your aeration is gone and your product is not up to a good standard. With the help of whisk, I will mix it up. And as you can see, it is thickened. Your mousse is ready. So, we will fill this up in the piping bag. Cream is filled up. Then we'll cut. Fill this halfway. Till here. Now why I am saying halfway? You remember, we have to put this disc in, which is vanilla crème mousse. So see, this is frozen. How lovely it is. Putting upside down, again upside down, again upside down. Just tap a little bit, otherwise what happens, they don't come in a good shape. Fill the rest of it. Till here. Again you can tap. So this is filled up till here, and now this is going to be in the freezer again for like 3 to 4 hours. You can also cover with this pain the jenny like a simple sponge on the top. Now the mousse frozen is ready. So what we are going to do next, this frozen mousseline will be here and we will glaze it. So keep it nicely on the center like this, and you'll have to put the mirror glaze on the top. Make sure you cover the dome properly. Okay, while it is draining and we are coming to the final step of decorating it, I'll show you. This is my decoration, chocolate blinis, which I've just done the hole to insert chocolate sticks. So what we will do is, we'll spray with golden. You can use some other as well, whatever is available. I mean silver, bronze. And the glaze is drained enough. I'll give you a tip how to pick them up, because sometimes what happens to pick them up is not an easy task. So we'll have a toothpick here. Take your spatula, slowly lift it up and put it over your tart nicely. Let's do it again. And the third one. All done nicely. Next, we'll have some chocolate shapes. You can make some chocolate shapes like this. And pick up your tart. Keep them on sides slowly. Pick up the second one. And the third one. Once the tarts are done, then these, which I have just coated with golden glaze, will go on the top. And just to add a beauty, we will have the chocolate sticks. And it's ready. So how lovely is that? Thank you very much for your patience. I know there was a lot of patience, but yes, when we do a good job. So now the final stage, which we are waiting for. So let's cut it. Let's cut and see what do we have inside. Where I can show you the layers. So here it is. So we started with pate sable, then we have chocolate ganache, blueberry muslin, inside we have the vanilla crème, and then again covered with blueberry muslin, and then yes, we have the glaze on the top and of course the garnish. So here's my piece. I would love to have it. The mousse is soft and nice with the flavor of vanilla crème and chocolate ganache. I would like to invite you all to come to IHE and enjoy this delicious recipe, and of course try it at home. Give me your thoughts. Thank you.